Welcome back to Missouri River Bottom for episode 27. I'm BP, and this is the last episode before the farewell farm tour. Let's jump right into it, guys. We are in August. We have some wool to go ahead and run down. The distribution mod just can't keep up with the sheep. So, well, actually, let's see. It might be caught up now. We'll have to take a look. But it frequently can't get all of the wool distributed, so it gets backed up. So I brought the trailer over. Oh, I didn't even grab the trailer. Hang on, come back here, little wool pallet. Brought this back over here. There we go. Okay, well, we don't need to use the truck anymore, so that made that easy. The truck off the fence, that'll help. And let's send him to park. While he's doing that, we're going to let him run down there. We had the 200 calves that we were expecting today. So another 100 limousine calves and 100 Angus calves. So our first 4 rounds of beef cattle have aged up and given us their replacements. This is our final load of cattle to take to the market. So as you can see, we have 100 0-month-old Angus and 100 0-month-old limousine. We're going to load these guys up. And let's see, can we take all of them at once? Nope, looks like we're going to have to take them in 2 trips. So I will run these down to the animal dealer, and I'll catch up with you guys when we're down there to sell and come back to get our limousine. See you guys in a sec. Here we are, arriving down at the animal dealer. This truck, when it's fully loaded, has such an incredible glide. I've been off the gas since I brought you guys back. Still haven't touched it. You can watch the exhaust to see that I'm not on the gas at all. Still rolling. Haven't touched the brake. Now I'll give it just a little bit of gas to get around this corner. Yeah, we glide for a long, long time in this truck. The brakes may need to be worked on. So let's go ahead and get our 100 Angus sold, $329,166. Great. And now let's head back to the farm and get our 100 limousine. And let's go over the goals for today's episode. I told you guys it's our last episode before the farewell tour. I do want to do sort of a backwards farm tour. I want to tour the farm at the end in a very last episode. Go over all the progress we've made, where we started, what we own, all of our equipment, sort of a final recap. But for today, the goal is to get the rest of these cattle sold. I want to get the chopped corn field harvested for silage, TMR production. I want to get our mega field harvested one more time, and then I want to get our soybeans harvested. And that is the goal for today's episode, is to get all 3 of those fields harvested and have a final tally. We'll put everything in the silo, and we'll have, we'll be able to see what it would give us if we waited till the optimal time to sell. But basically put us right at the peak accomplishment for the series. Just, how far did we get? What else did we do? So we're going to be running around a little bit today, have a couple other sort of farm errands to run. Need to get to the production site here in a little bit just to make sure that we have the milk in the right spots and our goods in the cooler and our clothes cleaned up, all that kind of stuff. So I'll keep that stuff going in the background, but we're really just getting into our last harvest this episode, get everything out of the fields and get a final tally on where we ended up. So that is the plan for today, and will probably take us to maybe even October, I think, is when the soybeans are ready. I know in September I think we can chop the corn, and then in October No, I guess it's September we chop the corn, October we harvest the mega field, and then November we would be doing the soybeans. So we're going to progress time quite a bit here. So let's go ahead and grab these limousine. They've served us well. They grew, they gave us a bunch of new calves. But it is time for them to head off of the farm. I'll run these guys down. I'll bring you back one more time when we're at the animal dealer. Oh, turn the wheel here. Come on, guy. You're making me look bad. Get around. All right, we'll bring you guys back in. We're down at the animal dealer for the final sale. And then we'll probably head into September and chop some corn. See you guys in a sec. Just completed our last trip down to the animal dealer. $312,500 for our 100 limousine beef cattle. Get that sold, and that takes us, guys, to $4 million. All right, we're going to head back to the farm, and I will see you guys in September for corn chopping. Welcome to September, guys. We have our forage harvester here getting unfolded. We're going to do a quick cut in to get started here. And just get on to the field. Perfect. Leave that guy there. Let's grab the Fendt. And I'm thinking our new forage wagon might be a good fit for this one. I haven't used it for this purpose. It's got a 5 million liter capacity, I believe. So, should be good for harvesting the chaff. Memory serves, we got about 6 million off of that last time. So, thinking that may be good. Only have to empty it once. Alright. Grab trailer. Let's not go in the water. Oh, that was close. Gonna need to open up the cover. So we're ready to go. We'll see how much this holds. This should work. I'm pretty sure the Colossus takes chaff, but we'll find out soon enough either way. So, well, it seems to want to put something in there. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, it's filling, so that's great news. Let's get everything turned back on. Alright, do we have a course set up for this? Even if we do, I don't think we're going to use it. Just because I think it starts down at the other end. Number of headlands. Let's make it 3. Number of rounded headlands, 3. We're just going to have to miss some. That's just the way it is on this field. Let's go ahead and generate this course. Always takes a second. There we go. Okay. Still don't know why we get out of the vehicles and grab them, but just sort of what happens. I might drive this guy manually for the first trip around the field just to get as much as we can. And you know what? If we're going to do it manually, maybe I do... Let's restart this. We can do square corners if I'm going to drive around with it, so why not do the square corners? I'll do the first couple of headlands. I guess we got to get out and cancel the current route. Yep, turn it off. It's okay. You don't need to fold up there, guy. It'll be okay. Well, we'll get them fixed up either way. So let's do the same 3 headlands, but let's do 2. Let's do 0 rounded corners and see how that goes. Okay, let's recalculate. We're gonna be able to get into those corners. They are pretty deep. A couple of them are, yeah, they're nice and sharp, but they are set and good to go. So we're going to jump in the fence. And we're going to be following this guy at least on the first headland. Maybe more than that. Once again, need to get into this guy. Get him up to speed. Alright, now we're up to speed. Now we're good to go. Let's knock this out. Cut the corner in, I assume. Get up in position where we can support this guy. Let them work, let them get in those corners. We are getting it all, I'll give you that much. Where are we going, bud? You're claiming to have a full grain tank now? That's your story? Okay, that's an interesting way to go about this. I can't get in there with you, bud. I'm gonna kill all the crop. Well, let's jump in here and see what we can do to make this happen. Let's go ahead and lower that down. Won't even turn on. There we go. Turn it on. Gonna have to get out of here somehow. Nearest waypoint. We'll start it right there. Let's go ahead and get back in here. Colossus is fast, I'll give him that. Seems like we're making good progress. Coming up on 150,000 liters of chaff. That'll put our cows in good shape. This Colossus being able to go full speed like this, it is making chasing them hard, I'll tell you that much. Even this Fendt with the big motors having a hard time keeping up. Get on this side over here now. like having a little bit of grass on the edge of the field to drive on finally. Makes it a bit easier. It's going to be a bit of work getting around the outside of this field. Here we go. Alright guys, well I will catch up with you when we are done with this field. We'll keep chasing this guy around and we'll eventually put the fence down a worker when we're at that stage. And then we've got our mega field to harvest and the soybeans to harvest. So I'll catch up with you guys in a sec. We are back, guys. It is October. I thought, why not do the chopping corn and the harvesting corn together? So advanced a month after I got the headlands done over the chopped corn field. And as you can see, our two harvesters are working in the mega field to get our last batch of our last round of corn harvested. So we'll let them get to work. Let's check in on the chopped corn harvest. Getting all that chaff collected. They are running and doing great. They're actually running on auto drive, 100% both of them. So thought I'd give that a whirl. Seems to be going very well so far. So pleased with that. While they're all working, we got the 3 harvesters going. We need to go get the case quad track, get our field bin out and in the field and ready to work. And then we'll grab the TLX and the Wilson Pace Setter trailer and grab that and bring it over so we can empty the corn into that. So we are in good shape. I'll get all this set up and I'll come grab you guys when we have an update. See you guys soon.
The lightning shows my weakness, the thunder knows my secrets. The storm is like a brother, it knows me like no other. So let it rumble, let it roll, 'cause it's all I know. You can keep your calm and easy, but that peaceful life ain't for me. The harshest gales call out from the tree, like it can sense the reckless in me. And when the clouds roll in, it's like I'm home again. Don't need your safe and sound. Let the rain come down. Let the rain come down. Let the rain come down. I see the waters rising with waves as strong as iron. My soul was born for running. The darkness is my compass, and I will follow where it goes, 'cause it's all I know. You can keep your sunshine story, but that peaceful life ain't for me. The harshest gales call out from the trees, like it can sense the reckless in me. And when the clouds roll in, it's like I'm home again. Don't need your safe and sound. Let the rain come down. Let the rain come down. Let the rain come down. Sirens ring and run for shelter. I will chase that storm forever. The harshest gales call out from the trees, like they can sense the me. And when the clouds roll in, feels like I'm home again. Don't need your safe and sound. Let the rain come down. Let the rain come down. So let the rain come down. Let the rain come down.
Just gonna do me worse. So if they all no good, I'll just be bad with you. Cause my mother told me as a child, boy, don't play around with fire, cause you might just end up getting burned. And I know the wicked never rest, so I always try my best. But there's some lessons hard for me to learn, like good boys don't play with bad girls.
Welcome back, guys. It has been a busy day. The mega field is harvested, the grass field is cut, the soybeans are almost done, 2 or 3 more passes, and the chopped corn field is complete. So we have gotten a lot done. In regards to the corn, I have to run up there and actually see what we have in there. But when we look at our productions for the TMR, we got 7.5 million liters of chaff off of the chopped corn field. So that is an absolute ton. We have 1.421 million liters of grass. Already have 4.2, almost 4.3 million liters of silage. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the silage back on. I'm going to go ahead and turn the hay back on, and we have the TMR going. So we'll have a big batch of TMR ready when the time comes. Jump out of the TLX. Let's run up to our big AGI silo with the corn dryer. I didn't turn it on yet. I want to see what we got off that field. I think it might be a little more than 1.7, which is our usual. Let's see. 1.7 million, 5,658 liters of corn. So just about 4,000, 5,000 more than we're used to. We did end up with 833,663 liters of oats. So we are sitting pretty, guys. Let's jump in over here and see how close we are to being done. Looks like we got, yeah, probably one more pass each. Our lead combine harvester is full. They made short work of this field, as they always do. It's always incredible to me. This field feels huge, and they just zip right through it. The Colossus with the big MacDon headers. You can see the MacDon header there. Does not care. It just eats up acres. So let's watch these guys finish up. We'll get a final accounting of everything we did, and then we'll call it an episode here, and we will come back for one final farewell episode on Missouri River bottom. We'll go through the farm and the equipment and the final count on crops and everything else, just to sort of see where we got to from where we started. So while we're waiting on this, I am going to jump in and let's start the corn drying. We want to have all that dry corn here by the end. I did top off the sheep pen on my way to put grass into the production silo, so they're at 500,000 liters, ready to go. The cows, we have 60,000 liters of milk. They still have 1.5 million liters of straw, and it looks like 490,000 liters in total mixed ration. We're going to have a bunch of that tomorrow, or in the next episode. We'll go ahead and we'll fill that up before we head out. So let's see what this guy gets. He is heading into his final pass. Wondering if we can get another double dump out of these guys. We got one last episode on the oat field. Might be able to pull one off here. All depends on how far down the lead combine harvester goes before it calls the quad track over for the empty. So real quick as we get to the end here, I am thinking that we might start 2 series after this one. We might do another more traditional farming one, bring precision farming in, and I really do want to try that, in quotes, realistic survival type cattle ranch idea. We bring in the realistic livestock, the realistic weather, start from scratch, pick up the animals, look for really high quality animals, try to breed ourselves into a really high-end cattle ranch, see if we can do that. So I'll be doing some exploring on some maps, setting up what I think will work on those, and we'll see what comes next. But this has been a lot of fun on Missouri River Bottom, and but I think it's time for the next adventure, as they say. All right, let's get this guy pulled around. We know the quad track should be coming, so let's see if we can get swung in here before he does, because that Colossus, oh boy, late in the day, that Colossus is going to be pretty empty. Oh no, forward is the way to go. Alright, empty him out. Perfect, this guy's empty. The other guy will be empty here in a second. We are going to go ahead and take over for this guy since he is done. Let those harvesters do their thing, and let's get a final count on the soybeans. We have 392,000 in here now. I know we emptied out into the TLX at least once, so I'm feeling like maybe we're about 800,000. We'll see. I don't think we have that full of a hopper over there, but 800,000 liters of soybeans, 800,000 liters of oats, 1.7 million liters of corn, and 7.5 million liters of chaff off that chopped cornfield. It is incredible how much chaff you get off the field using those harvesters. It would be just insane. If we were staying on this map, we'd be silage kings by the end of it, because we'd have to be selling 3 to 5 million liters of silage a year just to keep the silos emptied out. Okay, so let's top off the front. Great. Yeah, we're gonna have just about 800,000 in here, be my guess. We'll jump into the TLX for the final count. There's 600. 650. 700. Guessing we're getting about 815,000, 820,000, somewhere in there. 750 just came and went. 800. Wow, over 820. 867,000. Let's go get that into our silo. Get the first half emptied in. Looks like we're having problems with the sheep wool again. We'll get that fixed before our farewell farm tour. About 2/3 of the way done with that hopper. And that one's done. Pull on up. Let's get the second one emptied out. Okay, so we can take a quick peek in here. We have, let's see, soybean 645. We know that's filling up. The oats 883, and we're working on that dry corn. We'll have a bunch of that in no time. All right, so here's the total count on the soybeans: 867,670, 833,000 liters worth of oats, and we had the 1.7 million liters of corn as usual. So guys, that was a crazy episode. We got a lot done. You can see the corn dryer firing off. It was exciting to get our last harvest under our belt. All of our auto drive and courseplay networks work together. We got everything done. It was all automated. Even the corn chopping was automated. Really, really cool to have all that stuff up and running. We're going to call it there for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to drop a like and turn on notifications for more videos. And we'll see you in the next one.